everyone, it's me, New York vocalist Benita Charles. I'm on a little earlier than normal. I just wanted to give you guys a special announcement. I did create a Facebook event about it. I'm going to be performing next Saturday, August 3rd at the Harlem Library. It's part of their Harlem Week presentations. It's a speaker series. Hi Latoya, how are you? How are you doing? I'm on a little earlier than normal. But I'm announcing a show that I'm going to be and performing in next week, August 3rd, at the Harlem Library here in Harlem. It's going to be a special presentation for their Harlem Week presentations. I'll be performing and sharing my story, sharing my music. And hi Fraser, thanks so much for coming on. But yeah, so I will be sharing my music and my story, my musical journey. And hi Belle, how are you? I'm on a little earlier than normal. This is a special announcement show of a concert I'm going to be presenting next week at the Harlem Library here in Harlem. It's at 9 West. Hey Shade, how are you? How are you doing? I'm on a little earlier than normal. Yeah, so I will be performing in Harlem Library. It's their Harlem Week presentation. They invited me to come aboard and share my story, my musical journey, songwriting process, and my music. So I'll be talking to them about my background and how I started in music, and also sharing my original music and my singing tips. So, you know, it's really exciting. I was really honored that they asked me to be a part of their Harlem Week presentation. And that was one of my goals this year, was to be a part of Harlem Week. So to be a part of a Harlem Week presentation is really amazing. And I'm just so grateful that they asked me to be a part of it. So if you're in the Harlem area next week, August 3rd at 2 p.m., the show starts, and it'll be in their auditorium. They have a nice sized auditorium. So I'm just looking forward to sharing my story and sharing the music. And I'm just so excited. I want to share it with you guys. So I want to thank you all so much for your support of me. And Pinnakin, thanks so much for coming in. Just want to thank you guys so much for your support and everything that I do. And it really means a lot. I mean, you may not know it, but it really means a lot. And I just want to thank you personally. I did post it. I did create a Facebook event, but I wanted to personally thank you guys and invite you guys for next week's show. And just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. Your support of this show, Singing Tips, it really means a lot. And believe it or not, I learn more than you do. You know, helping you. Oh, thanks for sharing. I really appreciate it. Helping you helps me. And I hope that through the years you guys have gotten value out of this show. I certainly have, and I just want you to know I really appreciate it. I am here at the Harlem stage at Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard here in Harlem. They have a special program going on until 8 p.m. So if you're in Harlem, come on down to the Harlem stage. It's really fun. People are dancing. They have music, but they will have performers and dancers, singers. This should be fun. But I want to see you next week, August 3rd at the Harlem Library. It's 9 West 124th Street at 5th Avenue. I stopped by there today just to get a lay of the land, and everyone was so gracious, and you know, they're promoting it. So it's really exciting to see, and I'm really looking forward to the show. And you know, hopefully you guys can come out if you're in the area. But it should be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be sharing my background, some things, you know, my childhood and how I started in music and my songwriting process. So it should be really great. How are you guys doing this afternoon? I hope you're having a great afternoon. Thanks for the love. Really appreciate it. But yeah. So, you know, I'm really excited. This is one of the things that I wanted to do was perform for Harlem Week. So it's really amazing. Hi, Cuz. Thanks so much for coming in. I'm just inviting everyone to a show that I'll be in next week. Thank you, Shay. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. It should be fun. And I I went to the library today just to get a lay of the land, and they have a nice auditorium where the performance is going to be, so it's really, really awesome. And just to have that support is amazing. It's really incredible. You know, they have posters up, so they're ready for it. So I'm ready for it. And I wanted to invite you guys. But I did create a Facebook event I'll be sharing with you. And yeah, I'm so excited. And thank you so much for your support. You know, you guys always coming in every week, supporting Singing Tips. I really appreciate it. It's so amazing. Hopefully you're getting value out of it. I know I certainly am. I've learned a lot through the years, and thank you guys for your support. But yeah, so I basically want to invite you to come on out. You know, just next week, August 3rd, Harlem Library, 9 West 124th Street at 5th Avenue for Harlem Week. I'm so excited. I'll be sharing my music, my story, my journey, my songwriting process, my singing tips. So yeah, it's gonna be a great presentation. So thank you guys again for your support. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Come a week ahead. I'll see you next week for a regular singing tip, but this is a special announcement show. Just wanted to let you guys know that I will be performing next week at the Harlem Library. I want to thank you for your support. And anytime you want to know anything about me, go to benitacharles.com. That's my website. I keep it fresh. I keep it up to date. All the information is on there. So anytime you want to know about me, just go to my website or come on in at the Singing Tip Show. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. You're one of my loyal fans. I really appreciate that, Novell. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad that you're getting value out of it because it means a lot. It means a lot to me. I'm going to keep going. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep going. So I'm glad. Thanks for the love. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yes, Fraser is on here. Fraser has a podcast called Ramsey Unleashed, Going Beyond Borders, and my 60-second singing tips is a feature on his podcast. So if you're still on Fraser, put the link to your podcast. And I posted a previous one. I'll post the older ones. But yeah, he has a wonderful podcast, and I have a special segment called 60-second singing tips. These are bite-sized singing tips, not like my full show, but just give you a little bit of a taste of a tip. It's a tip. It's a singing tip, but it's 60 seconds. So it's just a snippet, but there's a lot of information packed in those 60 seconds. I'm gonna tell you something. Creating those tips is kind of like Twitter. Twitter only gives you 140 characters. You got to get everything, you got to get to the point in 140 characters. My 60-second singing tip, you got to get to the point in 60 seconds. So it's a challenge, but I love it. So thank you guys so much for your support. Please support Fraser's podcast. He just put the link in. And my 60-second singing tips is a feature on his podcast. And I really appreciate his support of my music and my 60-second singing tips and the Singing Tips show. So thank you so much, Fraser. Oh, yes. I assure you, I'm working on something, but I assure you, I will be a guest. But yes, thank you so much, Fraser, for your support of me and my music and my singing tips and the 60-second singing tip. It's really, really cool. It really is a challenge to get all that knowledge in 60 seconds, so it's been fun. But thank you guys so much for your support. I will see you next time on the next 60-second singing tip show. I've been talking about 60 seconds. The next singing tip show next week. But I'm on a little earlier than normal. But I wanted to just pop on and say hi to everyone. Yes, please connect with Fraser. His show is really great. He has a lot of great interviews on there, including my 60-second singing tips. And he also features my music too, and a lot of other great artists. So it's a really good show. There's a lot of variety to his show. So you have a lot of different guests. So yeah, his link. If you go to his link, it has all his previous shows, so you can click on there and access to a lot of the interviews that he did. So it's really cool. And so thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time on the next Singing Tips Live. Will be talking about the show for next week. But I want to see you next week, August 3rd, at the Harlem Library, and that's 9 West 124th Street. It is at 5th Avenue. It was a special presentation for Harlem Week. Me, Benita Charles, I'll be sharing my musical journey, my songwriting process, my singing tips, and my music. So it should be great. I hope to see you there, and thanks so much for your support. Always go to BenitaCharles.com, and I will see you next time on Singing Tips Live.